Police Advisory Commission. We need direct democratic community control of the police department to ensure that communities most harmed by disruptive policing have the power to hire and fire officers, to determine disciplinary action, to control budgets and policies, and to subpoena relevant agency information. While the FOP continues to represent the Philadelphia Police Department in the collective bargaining process, we demand a seat at the negotiation table to ensure more transparency and stronger discipline get added to the city's contract with the FOP. Anything less will guarantee police will continue to commit atrocities without accountability. Demand number 3, end the war against Black and brown people. Since this country's inception, there have been named and unnamed wars on our communities. We demand an end to the criminalization, incarceration, and killing of our people. This includes the removal of police from schools, an end to the use of past criminal history to determine eligibility for housing, education, licenses, voting, loans, employment, and other services. This also includes an end to the mass surveillance of Black communities and an end to the use of technologies that criminalize and target our communities. An end to the separation of Black families through the forcible removal of our children by the Department of Human Services. And an end to the city's interaction with ICE. The fourth and final demand today: free our people and stop the spread of COVID-19. Conditions inside jails, prisons, and detention centers have always violated human rights, but the current conditions are so much worse. On August 10th, the Philadelphia Department of Prisons took the dangerous move of unexpectedly relocating over 100 cis, women, trans people, and gender non-conforming folks held at Riverside Correctional Facility to 2 different locations with worse conditions, Mod 3 and ASD. Incarcerated people in these facilities describe terrible conditions and the high risk of exposure to COVID-19 as a result of a rushed move in the midst of a pandemic. The women were giving no warning of the move, leaving family members unaware of their whereabouts and unable to contact them. We demand that the City of Philadelphia release everyone from ASD and Mod 3 now. We demand that the 1st Judicial District and the District Attorney stop caging people pre-trial, and that Mayor Kenny and the City of Philadelphia permanently shut down the detention center. The only way to safely close the detention center is by releasing people, not putting the lives of women, trans, and gender non-conforming folks at risk by moving them into worse conditions with no ability to social distance. We must stand together and fight together. Our collective power can take over these streets. It can topple statues, and it can tear down racist institutions. And together, we can build a world where Black people feel safe, and they're free to breathe and learn and live free of terror. When Black lives are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! What do we do? Stand up, fight back! What do we do? Stand up, fight back! Thank you.
No cops, no KKK, no fascist USA! No cops, no KKK, no fascist USA! streets.
Fuck the police.
Take it to the streets.
Fuck the police.
Say it like you mean it. Take it to the streets.
Fuck the police.
Take it to the streets.
Fuck the police.
No good pig in a racist system.
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 No justice.
No peace.
I said no justice.
No peace.
Take it to the streets.
Fuck the police.
Take it to the streets.
Fuck the police.
Alright, so we have the next speaker is Bessem from Socialist Alternative.
كل الصفة للشعب، كل الصفة للعمال. All power to the working class. My name is Bessem Aidani. I'm an organizer for the International Socialist Alternative. I am here to stand in solidarity with my sisters and brothers who are cut down every day by the terrorism of the police state, because it's my responsibility to do so. Because the same man who shot Jacob Blake, the same man who murders black people in Kenosha, Wisconsin, in Ferguson, Missouri, in Miami, Florida, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in Rochester, New York, is the same man that murders my uncles and aunts and grandparents and baby cousins with drone bombings in Baghdad, Iraq. It's the same monster. Either all of us will be free or none of us will be free. And we are here because we know that this freedom will never come about without an ingrained, coordinated, disciplined, committed force of class fighters united to finally rid the people of this oppressive scourge and build a system for us where none of us have to be afraid to leave our houses. The only one who has to be afraid is the murderer that held us in his grip for so long. The enemy is organized. We must get organized. When this land had only just been stolen from the First Nations, the security forces of the rulers were private. They were tasked with protecting the property of shipping companies. In the South, the security forces were tasked with retrieving the lives that had been commodified by wicked slave traders on plantations. When the masses of black women and men rose up to crush the form of bondage known at that time as chattel slavery, the empire moved to further commodify them to what would ultimately become the prison industrial complex, snatching black people up on arbitrary charges of vagrancy and re-enslaving them in the forced labor camps of the carceral system. At that time, the agents of the state were considered free to use whatever force they deemed necessary for the performance of their duties. They were no longer property. They were expendable. So when they see an innocent man getting into his car with his 3 children, they can shoot that man in the back 7 times like a coward. When you see a police officer here on the streets of Philadelphia, you ain't looking at nothing but a slave catcher. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to reform a slave catcher. I want to abolish a slave catcher. But in order to do that, you must know what this phenomenon is. Know why we ourselves have seen armored tanks on our own streets and militarized cops with internationally illegal chemical warfare dispatched to violently suppress our righteous uprising on 676. Slave catchers, the PPD, the military. They are the armed force of the capitalist state. They are the armed force of the capitalist state. Their job is to protect the property of the bourgeois class. They are an integral part of the capitalist system. If they didn't have this force, they would create some other force and call it by some other name. In order for the police to be abolished, capitalism must be abolished. Meanwhile, the state police have always acted through lawless proxies to continue their terrorism against oppressed peoples. They sanction and in many cases are merged with organizations like the Ku Klux Klan, the Neo-Confederates, and the Skinheads. This disastrous administration has seen a resurgence of these fascist elements who are emboldened by the reign of a president who is one of their own and an entire political system that is in place to protect them. That is why when the masses of people stood up in Kenosha, Wisconsin, incensed at the horror inflicted upon Jacob Blake, Anthony Huber and Joseph Rosenbaum were also cut down by the terror of the reactionary right. And the mayor of Kenosha, a Democrat, ran to the aid of their assailants, saying it was the demonstrators who were causing violence. We will shut the fascists down! They think they're big with a system behind them, but they are no match for the fury of the masses of the people. If they're still over there skulking around in South Philly, they better run and hide! We are not just out against the skinhead. We are not just out against one police officer. We want to dismantle the system of oppression. That is why we must begin to work on constructive steps to check their power and empower ourselves to take control of our own communities for the safety of our people from the criminal element that stalks us day after day. First and foremost, we in the ISA demand the immediate conviction of the racist cop who shot Jacob Blake and any single cop who murders any single one of our people, be they black, brown, native, queer, trans, or anyone who is snuffed out by the capitalist state. We will not stand for one more atrocity committed against us at their hands. We are taking matters into our own. We demand the immediate defunding of the overinflated police budget by at least 50%. While they have enough funding to swarm our streets and plague and terrorize and brutalize black and brown and poor and oppressed peoples with riot gear and military artillery, our schools are crumbling to the ground. They have asbestos and lead. They have no portable drinking water. They are infested with rats and roaches. They don't have basic necessities like books and paper, nurses and librarians, mental health facilities. For years, our schools have been shut down one after the other. Meanwhile, people wander the streets with no homes and sleep on the sidewalks and crowded in transit stations in the middle of the richest and most powerful empire in the history of the world. And now they are pushing even more people out of their homes in the wake of evictions that is following the stoppage of the insufficient government aid that many people didn't receive in the first place because of a pandemic whose worst effects are the results of their deliberate actions to push through their machinery and go back to getting paid while hundreds of thousands of people perish with no medical assistance. They criminalize poverty so that they can profit from our incarceration. If this does not outrage you, what will? We call on working class communities, particularly communities of color, to hold democratic mass meetings in their neighborhoods to organize collective self-defense against the terrorism and murder of racist police and fascist vigilantes. We demand the creation of democratically elected civilian police review boards with the power to hire, fire, and dismantle precincts. We want to build councils to take control of our own communities and lives. This is not something that the enemy will give. This is something that we must take. We need power. We must take it from the enemy. Last but most certainly not least, we demand to tax Comcast, Aramark, the University of Pennsylvania, and all the wealthiest corporations in Philadelphia to fund education, social housing, socialized medicine, and all of the basic human rights that we need to survive. in which they are depriving us of so they can keep us as their blood money. Finally, I cannot leave this forum without mentioning that while cops keep on murdering black and brown and queer and trans and poor people everywhere, the top cop, Kamala Harris, alongside the top drone operator and mass incarcerator and rapist, Joe Biden, is the capitalist state's answer to righting the injustices of the Trump monstrosity. Both the Democrats and the Republicans are the capitalist political managerial class. They are both representing the interests of the bosses while there is no party for the workers. We need our own party, a mass workers' party, a party which can be used as the vehicle for our liberation. Stop trying to reform the Democratic Party only to resign yourself to the forces of outright reaction that emerge from your failure while telling me that they are a little better than Trump. You cannot reform a system that is fundamentally evil and against you. You must build your own. Put your fists in the air. We must do this in the names of Jacob Blake, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Breonna Stone, Mercy Black, Tatiana Hall, Michael Brown, Eric Garner, Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, Brandon Tate Brown, Sandra Bland, and every single life that was stolen by the capitalist empire and which is still stolen while we stand here together. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love and protect one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Thank you.
All power to the people!
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 All power to the working class!
All power to the working class!
No power to the pig!
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 All power to the people!
All power to the people!
And no power to the pig!
No power to the pig! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go!
Hey, hey!
Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go!
Wall Street!
Our streets!
Wall Street!
Our streets!
No justice!
No peace!
I said no justice!
No peace!
Take it to the streets!
Stop the police!
Take it to the streets!
Stop the police!
Wall Street!
Our streets!
Wall Street!
Our streets!
No justice!
No peace!
I said no justice!
No peace!
Take it to the streets!
Stop the police!
Take it to the streets!
Stop the police!
Take it to the streets!
Stop the police!
No good pig in a racist system!
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 No good pig in a racist
No
system!
justice!
No peace!
I said no justice!
No peace!
Take it to the streets!
Stop the police!
Take it to the streets!
Stop the police! All right, our last speaker is Sarah Min from Penn Community for Justice.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Min, and I am here today as an organizer with Penn Community for Justice. So, as an alum of Penn Graduate School of Education and the School of Social Policy and Practice,
I know that Penn is an institution that upholds white supremacy and invests in policing to protect their stolen resources, hoarded wealth, and tax-free properties rather than investing in public schools and local communities. This is why Penn has the largest private police force in the state of Pennsylvania and maintains the second largest number of full-time sworn police officers amongst all private universities across the country. Yep, and is the third largest campus police force in the country. It is gross, it is gross. So where powerful institutions like Penn decide to spend their money is not a matter of scarcity, but of their priorities. Penn Community for Justice is committed to standing in solidarity with Black, brown, and working class people. We are a group of Penn affiliates committed to holding Penn accountable around two main demands. One, we demand that Penn pays pilots or payments in lieu of taxes to help fund our Philly public schools. And demand number two, we demand that Penn institutes police-free alternatives for community safety. So as Jacob Blake is fighting for his life after he was shot 7 times and tased by police, we are here joining the fight against police brutality and all of the racist systems that continue to oppress our Black and brown siblings. We are not here outraged over an isolated incident of police violence in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We are here because we're sick and tired of the perpetuation of state-sanctioned violence across the nation and especially in our very own city. So whether you are in Kenosha, whether you're throughout Philadelphia, or even on Penn's campus, the truth remains the same. Police do not stop crime, and they sure as hell do not keep us safe. What actually prevents crime is investing in our Black and brown working class communities, providing quality public education, paying all workers a living wage, and stopping environmental destruction that impacts communities of color most. We need to see the connections and work towards dismantling these violent systems. But this is important. We need to make sure that we are not just showing up for these moments of righteous anger, but that we also have an eye towards a future that Black, brown, and Indigenous folks have been fighting for long before us. We need to build a welcoming and inclusive movement that empowers us to fight for ourselves and each other, because we only have each other to get out of this toxic mess created by white supremacy. And as many of us know right now, we are in crisis, and so we need everyone's support. And there is a role for each and every one of us to play if you are here today. Only through long-term organizing will we have the people power, strength, creativity, diversity, and the endurance needed to completely abolish these violent systems. Actively fighting against the system is draining, and we cannot do this work alone. So in order to be sustainable in this movement long-term, we are here to urge everyone who is present here to reflect what you can bring to the movement for collective liberation and get connected with any of the amazing organizations here today. Please do not leave here without getting connected. This is a call to action. We need to stay united and take care of ourselves and one another so that our vision is long-lasting and becomes reality. We are here to demand a world in which Black and brown folks can live and thrive as their true, authentic selves. Thank you. All power to the people!
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 No power to the pigs!
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 What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Now!
If we don't get
fascist USA.
Don't need no cops.
No KKK, no fascist USA.
Whole street.
Our streets.
Whole street.
Our streets.
No justice.
No peace.
I said no justice.
No peace.
Take it to the street.
Fuck the police.
Take it to the street.
Fuck the police.
No good pig in a racist system.
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 No one's free in a racist system.
No one's free in a racist system.
No justice.
No peace.
I said no justice.
No peace. Fuck the police. Fuck the police.
No peace.
No peace.
Police.
Police. Stop the police. Our streets. Our streets. No peace. No peace. Our streets. Our streets. No KKK, no fascist USA. No KKK, no fascist USA.
Don't need no crime.
No KKK, no fascist USA.
Don't need no crime.
No KKK, no fascist USA.
Don't want no crime.
No KKK, no fascist USA.
Wall Street.
Our streets.
Wall Street.
Our streets.
No justice.
No peace.
I said no justice.
No peace.
Take it to the street.
Fuck the police.
Take it to the street.
Fuck the police.
No good pig in a racist system.
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 We're not free in a racist system.
We're not free in a racist system.
What do we want? What do we want? If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
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 Wall Street,
Our streets.
Wall Street,
Our streets.
no justice.
No peace.
I said no justice.
No peace.
Take it to the street.
Fuck the police.
Take it to the street.
Fuck the police.
Hey, hey.
Ho ho. These racist cops have got to go.
Hey, hey.
Ho ho. These racist cops have got to go.
Hey, hey.
Ho ho. These racist pigs have got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. These racist pigs have got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey hey. Ho
Countrymen.
Freedom!
No power to the pig! No power to the CEO!
the city continues to fund murders. Murders. They fund to put our brothers, our sisters, our kids in cages. Why? So some CEO who owns a prison to make some money? My nieces and nephews need education. Their schools couldn't afford to supply everybody with laptops. Our school district is failing. It's put us away in the country. But we have $700 billion to give to these lazy bastards. You think cops are hopping out of alleyways when you get attacked? You think a pig is flying out of nowhere like fucking Batman to protect you from crime? What do? When they show up, they put 7 rounds in your back. When they show up, they put a knee in your neck. When they show up, they knock you away and they throw away the key. All power to the people.
All power to the people.
No power to the pig.
No power to the pig.
No power to the pig.
No power to the pigs.
The pig is designed to kill. The pig is designed to oppress you. The pig is not designed to serve or protect you. The state created the pig and oppression, and it's the very good as that says. All power to the people.
All power to the people.
The pig will have its way. The state will have its way. And the people will be at your door with for freedom, for justice, for reparation. All power to the working class.
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 No power to the politicians.
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 No power to the CEO.
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 Ain't no power to the pigs.
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 It's time for the pigs to find a new job. To find a new home. To be a pig is to be enemy of people. It's to be a traitor to your class. There is no revolutionary pig. There's a revolutionary in the pig. The pig is designed to kill. It was created off the murders and captures of black and brown people, and it will continue to do so. It's time to abolish the pig. It's time to abolish the
Stop the police. Stop the police.
No pig in a racist system.
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 I don't care. That's good. Good. Get your face on it.
No, they don't
I'm
want
staying right here.
They don't want you to fit.
I don't care.
If you're for the movement, then move, man.
No,
Why?
I'm holding everybody accountable.
The fucking what is happening?
No, accountability. No violence.
You fucking don't get it. You don't get it. This guy is filming these people who don't want to be filmed.
Public, man. It's the public, man. No violence. Accountability for any shit that you guys pull for this shit.
Clearly do
You're not hijacking this march. Well, then you're not going to be held accountable, are you? For whatever actions you might do. What do you think of these guys? What do you think of these guys? They tried to stop me. I'm like, no. I stand up for Antifa, but if they're going to be like this shit. That's what this camera's for, accountability. I'm here to get this shit online naturally.
The kids are here to protect
Amen. Thanks for being here.